Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alpha Name. So if you could click the like button, I would greatly appreciate that. It helps greatly with the algorithm, trust me. Let's begin with an article here on the cryptobasic.com. And it goes as such. Ripple General Counsel slams SEC for prioritizing protecting its turf at the expense of American crypto investors. They're doing everything. Look, it's not just the SEC. They're doing everything at the expense of American investors. Heck, they're going against what Americans want. The government overall, they take the citizens' money and use it for whatever they want. The citizens, don't have a say in almost anything that goes on, which is unbelievable. Because, like I said, the government's supposed to be public servants. Now, there's a little bit of fault on both sides, because citizens need to make their voices heard, need to make their power felt. They're so divided, though. Who knows if that's ever going to happen. That divide and conquer is strong amongst the citizens and denizens of the United States. But no, this is not just exclusive to the SEC. Overreach is not exclusive, and mismanagement of power is not exclusive to the SEC, but we're seeing it prominently because the SEC, prominently within the SEC, or by way of the SEC, because the SEC is who is standing in front of generational wealth and riches. By the way, you don't even have to come into generational wealth, but there's a lot of people that can get rich, and they're literally blocking every attempt at the people to get rich. I'm talking about the same people they say they represent, and not only that, the people from the bottom. I'm telling you now, the people from the bottom. They were able to buy extra cars for their family, send their children to college. I keep saying this because it's true. They were able to buy houses, move out of bad neighborhoods into good neighborhoods, build businesses, all off of crypto. People that may never have had an opportunity before. It's benefited people from the top and the bottom. The SEC doesn't care. So now you're seeing that they don't care who you are. They're going to smack you down no matter who you are. That's what's happening. So that's why we're seeing it by way of the SEC, and they're under the spotlight because they are the main blockers of the people who want to, move forward in life, develop in life, do better, become rich, move out of that sphere of control or, financial struggle. Crypto is the way. Anybody can. There's so many ways you can make money in crypto. You have NFTs. I mean, listen, man, I told people last year, create some NFTs, learn art. There's art tutorials on YouTube. You can make money with NFTs. You can make money building on the blockchain. That's another thing. See, that's important. That's why it's so important to have companies, and we're going to get into a little bit of that later. Companies like Algorand going to the universities and colleges and teaching the youth how to build on blockchain, because the youth in the coming generations, they have an opportunity unlike anyone has ever had before. Because before all of this really takes off and becomes the new, not just financial system, but becomes a new world system, blockchain, or rather distributed ledger technologies will run everything in the world. And that means there's going to be a lot of money for those who build early on. So these next few years worth of university youth that come out of the universities, college graduates who learn blockchain will have an opportunity to gain experience and get a foothold in an industry that will be moving trillions of dollars. So it gives them an opportunity to change the world if they really want to live better. So you have Ripple in the universities, Algorand in the universities. This is important. So and that's just another way that you can make money with crypto. Of course, you can trade crypto, you can hold crypto. So we just gave you 3 different ways that you make money with crypto, right? And the SEC stands to block all of that. Think about that for a moment, how profound that is and how horrible it is. You think that we shouldn't fight against these people? Let's read this little tidbit here. Stuart Alderoty, the general counsel at Ripple, is the latest cryptocurrency enthusiast to comment on SEC Gary Gensler's Wall Street Journal op-ed article. According to Alderoty, Gensler's recent op-ed article suggests that the Securities and Exchange Commission does not care about American cryptocurrency investors. They don't. They're showing you by their actions. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. And by their actions, you will know them. I love those sayings. By their actions, you will know them. What has the SEC's actions been? And out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. The mouth will speak. What have they been saying? Now, if you even look at Gary Gensler, you can tell that this individual is a prime hypocrite. I mean, no offense, but if you look at what he has said when he was just a humble professor, as opposed to now, it's two different things. It didn't sound like XRP was much of a security back then. As a matter of fact, he was raining praise down upon XRP. Now, all of a sudden, XRP is the enemy. I wonder why, Mr. Gensler. But don't worry, it seems that some people are looking into investigating the SEC, although they took a very, very light approach. Listen, if you're going to go to war, you need to go all out. If you're going to go to war, you better swing your sword. There is no light fighting when it comes to war. The enemy is willing to do whatever it takes. So you might as well not even fight them if you're not willing to literally put your life on the line. If you're not literally willing to die for what you believe in, you might as well not fight this beast, because this beast is coming and it has been feasting for decades and decades and generations. They believe they're unstoppable. Well, in order to go against such a beast, you have to be equally as ferocious and more intelligent, strategic, and equally ferocious. See the enemy for what it is. You can have no love for the enemy. This is war. And war is ugly. Now, let's move on to another article here. I'm trying to keep it a little bit calmer for you guys today. Tomorrow I might cut loose. I was fired up today. I really am. And today we're going to be doing combat training. So, you know, I'm a little bit more fired up than most time. Today we're going to do knife fight training, right? Well, you know, we'll talk about that another time, but you want to stay fit. You want to make sure that you're practicing your combat, whatever it is, boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. Look, stay sharp. You have to stay sharp. We're warriors, aren't we? You want to stay fit and you want to know how to defend yourself. Anyway, we have an article here. It's on the cryptobasic.com. 500 million XRP worth $161 million transferred from Kraken to unknown wallet in one single transaction. Let's read this little tidbit here, see what's going on. There's always something great going on with XRP. I can't wait for the switch to be flipped, you know, for everything to come online, for there to be regulatory clarity. They have to issue it. We're going to force them. Not only we have the central banks on our side. We just have a few rogue elements going against us. But that pressure is starting to crack their necks. That pressure we're putting on them. The rogue elements. We're starting to break their backs like Lex Luger. You ever, not Lex Luger, was it Lex Luger? Yeah, Lex Luger. Remember Lex Luger with the torture rack and wrestling? We're cracking their backs. They will submit sooner or later. We just have to be relentless. And we will be. Let's continue on here. It says, an unknown Ripple wallet transferred a whopping amount of XRP coins earlier today. Whale alert, a cryptocurrency whale tracking service observed the movement of 500 million XRP coins from an address on the Kraken exchange to an unknown wallet. According to the leading cryptocurrency whale tracking service, the funds were worth $161 million at the time of the transaction. There's a lot going on. Doesn't even matter why that movement happened anymore. You know why I say it doesn't even matter? Because everything that they do with XRP benefits us. Every transaction, every on-demand liquidity corridor, every partner they bring in, it all benefits us. A rising tide raises all ships in the crypto sphere. In the bank coin sphere, let me be very specific. I don't want to speak on the rest of crypto. They're having some issues right now. Let's read this little tidbit here. It says, it is noteworthy that a transaction of this sort is considered a positive development, which suggests a rising interest in XRP among whale investors. Listen, we have the banks. What are people not, are they not understanding? Well, I told you we're going to find out what the true whales are when the banks step in. They're still talking about whales. The true whales are the central banks and the commercial banks that they supervise as supervisory entities. The banks that FIS might bring, the banks that the ECB is going to bring, the banks that the IMF, which Ripple, I'm going to keep saying it so people remember, which Ripple sits on the advisory board of, the International Monetary Fund. Don't ever forget it. We're going to win. The banks that the IMF is going to bring, the banks that the BIS is going to bring. We're all in deep with the banks. Stellar, Ripple, XRP, Algorand, Cello, Hedera, XDC, who had an entire article written on them by the World Economic Forum. We're in deep. We're going to win. It's just a matter of how much you want to win. You know, I get it. You can't give everybody your hunger. Some of us, we want to win more than anything. I woke up this morning, this is not a joke. I woke up this morning, I just said to myself, I want to conquer everything in sight. I want to win, like my life depends on it. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to work out harder. I'm going to meditate harder. I want the victory. Even if it means I have to give my life for it, I want to win more than anything. And then, you know what? I was sitting on my couch and I was thinking to myself about victory and how bad I want it. I want it in the crypto sphere. We already had victories, but I want this SEC victory more than anything. It's a trophy. I want it. And as I'm thinking about these things, an image of Kobe. That's right, Kobe. I grew up on Kobe. I was just a little itty bitty boy when Jordan was playing. But I did watch Jordan with my father, my uncles. I watched Jordan. But Kobe was our guy from my generation. And I remember just, if you've ever seen that image of Kobe when he sinks a shot and he's just like, you see that image where he's fired up. There's a lion inside of him. The heart of the lion is inside of him. Black Mamba. He wanted to win like his life was on the line. I feel it. You gotta want it bad. That last rep. Lift the weight. I can't tell you what to do, but lift the weight. I don't want to hear any crying. One more mile on the treadmill. One more mile. Don't tell me you can't do it. No, we can do anything we want to do. We'll lift the world. The new age is upon us. Some of us have that fire inside. We can't put it out. It's what we were born to do, to win. When we're sitting in that business meeting, I hope you're not sitting across from me. No friends in the business meeting. I want that money. I want that money. Yes. My intelligence is going to be on full display. Ice grill. You know what that means? We're going to land the deal. We haven't not landed a deal yet. That's what it means to want to win. We also know what it is to lose. Well, I've taken my fair share of losses in life, on the wrestling mat, jiu-jitsu. I've taken my losses. In boxing, I've taken my losses. I learned, grew. But it doesn't quench that fire, the need to win, to improve every single day. Let's continue on here. Move on to another article. This is from beingcrypto.com. And the article goes as such. Monetary Authority of Singapore considers new restrictions on crypto firms. Listen, if you're observing, you see that they're ramping up efforts to issue regulatory clarity across the board, sort of akin to what the European Central Bank had called out for months ago. They put out a bevy of PDFs, screaming at the top of their lungs to all of the world, hey, we need regulatory clarity across the board, because if we don't have it all together, all at the same time across the board, it won't be as effective, and they want it. What does that mean for you and I, holders of the bank coins? That means that the rest of crypto, well, they may have some problems, but all of that money, once there is regulatory clarity and most of crypto is eliminated, all that money is going to be pooled into our cryptos, the ones that are regulatory compliant. ISO coins and such, well, however you want to put it, it makes no difference. They will be the last ones standing because they are trusted by governments. They are trusted by the banks. And trillions of dollars are going to flood into those bank coins. They are going to explode. And here's another thing, they're only improving. XDC continues to improve almost every day. Do you follow the XRPL Labs? You see what they're innovating, what they're doing? Almost every week, they're making improvements. Algorand constantly improving. Stellar constantly improving. So we're only getting better. They couldn't deny us before. They really can't deny us now. They're literally going to hand us the money because they need us. They can't move as fast as we do. And you know what? In their industries, they can't concentrate on the technology like we can. We're going to take that money. Trillions will flow. I can feel it. It's my humble opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't want to be. Don't ever want to be. So you don't have to, I'm not telling you this so you could buy or sell or any of that. I'm just a humble researcher and I share a little bit of my opinion. Hopefully a little bit entertaining along the way. Let's read this little tidbit here. The Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS, is considering new ways to protect consumers and reduce the risks associated with digital currency firms. They're talking about the regular crypto. They're not talking about the bank coins. This is all a setup. They're setting the people don't see it. They're still in meme coins. Oh my goodness. They're still in mom's, Cheebs, Inu, Shiba, baby, Inu coin. What? They don't, and it's so dangerous because those crypto are going to get obliterated at some point, and there's no telling when. And people are putting tons of money in it. And don't get me wrong, make your money where you can, but also be highly aware. So when you have to move that money out of there, out of those projects before they get obliterated, you can protect yourself. You want to protect your money at all costs. We're here to win money, gain money, not lose money. Just keep that in mind. But this is a setup. They only want the bank coins. They only need crypto or blockchain and hash graph or decentralized acyclic graphs, whichever ones you want to choose. They only want those that are going to help them with the new financial system. And it makes sense. That's the only thing that benefits the banking system and the governments. That's the only ones that benefit them. Why would they care about anything else? They don't have to. And that has always been their attitude. They don't care about anything that doesn't benefit them. And I think that's just a natural state of life, truth be told, for a lot of people and entities on this planet. So just keep that in mind. Most of crypto may go away. It's going to get eliminated. They're not going to allow scam coins, rug pulls, and meme coins to thrive for too much longer. We may have a few years left, but after that, so keep your eyes open. It says, according to a Bloomberg report, the authorities have already put regulations on the advertising and marketing of digital currency tokens. The new regulations are being mulled over to further safeguard the interest of consumers as well as reduce risks. Okay, so that's one. Now, let's move on to a few interesting articles about these bank coins educating the youth. So not only is that going to help the bank coins grow in the future, which means more money. That's more companies that are going to be utilizing the bank coins. That's more, brilliant minds possibly building on these blockchains. Every little bit of expansion is good. I laugh sometimes at the people that don't understand all of the money together. They look at little money and they laugh at it and stuff like that. Look, I'll take the little money, I'll take the big money, put it all together. That's a lot of money. Muy linda, mi gente. So, we want to make money at the top and money at the bottom. We want to make money in the short term and money in the long term. So you have to think like that. Think about that in all your projects. What does this mean in the short term? And what does it mean in the long term? How do I win in the short term right now? How do I win right now? What do I need to do to win in the short term? And what do I need to do also in the long term? You have to have 360 degrees of vision. Everything happens in degrees, but we must see in totality. Do not have tunnel vision or limited vision. And think big. Think big. Aim for the moon. We keep going. I'm not even going to say stars. We want to exit the universe. Think like that. Don't limit yourself. No limitation. We can go as far as we want to go, and we will. Now let's just read this little tidbit here. This was a retweet from the XRPL. It says XRPL Fun, XRPL Campus Ambassador Program. You see, we're on the same page here. They understand that for the new systems, the DLTs to thrive in the future, you have to bring these technologies to the youth. They are the ones that are going to exact change in the future. While a lot of individuals that are already out of college or older, it's not everybody, but a lot of individuals are set in stone already. They're set in their ways. They're not going to want to learn these types of things or build on them. They don't have enough time for that. A lot of people, we have businesses, we're running businesses, large businesses, a lot of us large businesses, small businesses. Either way, it takes up a lot of your time. But the youth who are in college are there for this type of thing, and this is highly beneficial to them and to the future, not only of crypto, but of the world, right? So it goes along the lines of what I was saying before in the future. If everything goes according to plan and we come by way of generational wealth, let me tell you, a lot of us will be building libraries, not like the libraries that exist today. No, ones that are filled with wisdom. We'll discuss that another time. Earlier this semester, as an XRPL Campus Ambassador, I've been giving multiple presentations about the XRP Ledger and what involves developing around this ledger. Last week, in cooperation with KU's Blockchain Institute, KUBI, which was kind enough to invite and share their space with me, KU students from all majors had the opportunity to learn a ton about the XRP Ledger and various topics within it. Okay, so understand also, a lot of these students that come out of universities, the businesses they start are going to explode. They're getting in early now. Let's say they start building on the XRP out. It's early. It's still early in the life cycle of the bank coins. Nothing has gone off yet. Nothing has been up and running. The switch hasn't been flipped. So as that happens, these businesses that are started early, these builders that have done the work early on, will benefit from those explosions. And so it's a one hand washes the other sort of deal. Both benefit, one benefits the other. And so as that happens and they grow, they're going to continue to expand, and that's going to bring more capital into the bank coins, right? So this is very, very good. And it's going to help a lot of individuals who want to be successful. They may not want to work a regular job. They may want to own their own business. This is the way that the youth in the future can do that. Anybody can do it quite easily if you learn how to build on the blockchain, or you learn how to, trade cryptocurrencies or sell NFTs or any of these things. This is the way that you can do it, and you can escape, so to speak, escape the matrix, right? So then let's go to another article that's similar to that, and it's from Algorand, right? So it says Algorand Foundation partners with Algo Hub to support blockchain student clubs. This is very, very good. These blockchains, I'm very proud of Ripple, and I'm very proud of Algorand as companies. It's very, I don't say that lightly. I don't say that lightly at all. But what they're doing and setting, they're pretty much setting a lot of the youth free who will be using these things. Let's read this little tidbit here. It says the Algorand Foundation is delighted to announce the partnership with Algo Hub to launch a student club community hub for the APAC region, including Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Fiji, and South Pacific Islands, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Vietnam. Vietnam has some great property out there. My goodness. Malaysia has some great property out there. Indonesia as well. Cambodia, great property there. These places are going to explode. I know people are buying up. You're starting businesses there. I know. And you're starting businesses in Africa. You guys are doing a great job. I know you're letting me know, and trust me, I was looking there in all of these places. Latin America is going to explode. The people don't see it yet. They don't get it. They don't see it. They don't see the early setup, the layup. All we got to do is dunk the ball. That's it. Anyway, I just wanted to put that in there because as I'm looking at these names, I'm like, wow, yes, these regions are going to do very, very well. The hub, and this is over the next decade or so, right? Takes time. Everything takes time. There's a lot of impatient people that don't understand. They're so used to the short money. They don't understand having short money plays and long money. They don't understand short-term victories as well as long-term victories. I get it. I understand. The hub will support students on their blockchain learning journey by connecting student clubs and societies cross-regionally, offering access to the exclusive events and awarding top blockchain students with scholarships and prizes. Look, they're benefiting in all types of ways. Not only that, if they're wise, they're going to be starting their own business, right? They don't have to be a part of that world where somebody is telling you what to do and, you have a boss. No, they can be their own boss. They can be their own. They can build their own businesses quite easily, right? So this is a great thing that they're doing. I'm very happy with that. I like to see that. That's why I wanted to cover these articles here. So now let's move on. Here's an article from Carmel Cadet of Emtech, the esteemed Carmel Cadet of Emtech, pushing Hedera HBAR as an infrastructure everywhere. They are the first and primary ones that brought out digital sandboxes before Ripple was doing it, before Algorand was doing it. Emtech and HBAR, Hedera, were pushing digital sandboxes. They've been doing a great job. They've landed a couple of banks testing their CBDCs on them. Hopefully they will select HBAR. Although outright, Hedera already has a few banks that are working with them. We'll see how that goes. But if they do utilize HBAR, that price is going to explode easily. Always remember that, always remember the superior technology that HBAR is working with. It is hash graph technology. It's a distributed ledger technology. It's not a blockchain. It is so superior to blockchain. It's mind-blowing, okay? So if you need more information, just go over to Hedera's website and check them out, and it's going to blow your mind. Look at their equations. They're going to win. They're too delicious for the banks and governments not to use. They're too secure. Look at their gossip mechanism. Look at the transactions per second. How scalable it is. It's unbelievable, right? And then look at their backing of the governing council. Google, Boeing, FIS, supervisory entity, bringing banks as well. Always remember that. So it says here, we are in Frankfurt pushing the conversation forward on CBDC, on hashtag CBDC. We have developed this framework to tap into unprecedented value, address concerns around trust, and contextualize hashtag stability and hashtag risk management. Check out greencbdc.com. So there you have it. They were saying they were heading to Frankfurt the other day. They are there now. And understand that every little encounter with these banking heads and these governments, every encounter is negotiation. Every encounter is trying to convince them to utilize that particular product. Obviously, this is a company. So every second that they spend, there is a benefit to us. And I can assure you they are highly persuasive. And I expect in this season of information that's coming out, if you haven't seen the newest members only video, make sure you head over there and give that a watch. I'm going to be coming out with another members only video in another day or so as well. But in the season of information that is to come, this is a part of it. I'm looking forward to a lot of good information and possible partnerships and possible partnership announcements coming out of this. This is very, very good. We want to land more banks. The more banking heads we can get in front of, the more governmental heads and presidents, the CEO of companies we can get in front of, the better. That equals money. If it goes successfully, that equals money, and that money can grow exponentially as word of mouth will carry. All right, and so we're going to end it off here with Quant. Quant, who has just been on a tear lately. My goodness, they are hungry for the money like Alphanine. Yes, they've been doing a great job bringing in all types of banks this summer. It's been unbelievable. SIA partners, over 500 banks. LAC chain, they have brought an extra 10 banks in that they're working with. It's been an unbelievable run. And don't forget that they're trying to set the standard for NFTs with their Quant NFTs, which are highly superior to the Ethereum-based NFTs. They are doing a great job. That price is going to explode, and listen, I know you're seeing a lot of the price predictions of Quant. Quant's potentiality is higher than most. I'm going to say that. So like I said in one of the last videos, that was a low price I gave. That's not my target price at all. Not even close. When it comes to Quant, 1K Quant, that's easy. That's easy. And Quant hasn't even done any advertising. They don't even need to. All they need to do is continue. And see, here's the thing. You have to focus as a company. So they're not going to concentrate on advertising. They want to dedicate all of their energy to the banks. And you know what? That's how you do it. We want intrabank payments running across Quant. Just like we do XRP. They're all going to work together. Never forget that interoperability. Those trillions are going to flow across XRP to Quant, XLM, Algorand. It's one system. All those trillions are just going to continuously be flowing, theoretically speaking. And then we're going to have a consistent high average value and a consistent volume. That's going to make those prices go up. They are one system. Think about them. Think of the bank coins as though they're different banks. All the banks operate as one system, correct? And with these particular bank coins, right, excluding the finance coins like AMP and Alchemy Pay, stuff like that, excluding them, they will play a part also. They will play a part. But excluding them, think of the bank coins as the new central banks. Right? So they all work together. So this article is titled Digital Money, Fungibility and Interoperability by Rebecca Hackworth. Let's read this a little tidbit here. It says, with the rise of stablecoins and CBDCs, fungibility became a term closely associated with digital money. It refers to a digital asset's ability to be interchanged with others of the same type. Similarly, the term interoperability relates to how digital currency can move from one protocol and execute any pre-programmed functions. Discussing this earlier this month, Martin Hargreaves joined Jonas Gross from the Digital Pound Foundation. Digital Pound Foundation, again, Bank of Italy is leaving the euro. See, look, when we cover things like that, if it is indeed the end of the euro, you see a lot of countries, they want to abandon the euro, right? They're like quiet about it, but they're buying ink printing blocks and things of that nature. Then on top of that, and at the same time, they're developing their CBDCs, their digital currencies, right? They're looking forward to issuing their own currency again and abandoning the euro. But if the euro wants to continue to exist, the European Union wants to continue to dominate, they're going to have to also in turn come out with something that is akin to the euro that is built for the future. We win, and no matter how this plays out, we win. That's the beauty of this, right? So what Quant is saying here in this article If you go over there and give it a read, this is on quant.network. It's right on the front page. Or you can go to their Twitter, and they have it posted there on their Twitter as well. But Quant is saying, listen, we need to make CBDCs, stable coins that are going to be flowing across our particular offering, so indistinguishable from the central bank money that everything can flow without interruption, and you wouldn't even be able to tell between the different how can I put that? The different representations of value, right? This is like a trick. I don't know. The banks they do have some ignorant people. They have some intelligent people. It's a mixture, but what Quant is pretty much trying to do is convince the banks to hand over all their money by all of it. Listen, they're saying, listen, our protocol, your protocol, everything flows into each other, and we're the gateless. Not gateless. Sorry about that. We're the bridgeless system that can link you to the bank coins. So let it flow into us. We'll let it flow into them. There's no problem. We're partners. So they're trying to convince them, like, hey, listen, we're just another layer of your industry, of your market, of your business, of your bank. We're just another layer. Don't look at us as an external entity, and that's how we're building our protocol. So what that theoretically would do is allow the banks to flood Quant with their money, right? Them having Overledger, and then obviously they'd be able to use XDC, XRP, and a few other coins. I'm sure over there they will have Overledger for a lot of the other bank coins in the future. And what that would do to Quant's price, it would skyrocket beyond belief. So we'll see if they actually go for this. I think that they will. I don't think that they have any choice. But I love how fired up Quant is and how ambitious they are, and they're continuously going after the banks and the money. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.